Welcome back to Wall Street Confidential. Is the merger between XM and Sirius ever going to happen? I mean, both stocks are down more than 40% since this merger was announced. Shareholders are getting killed at this point.
Well, we're at the critical juncture now. The last thing that Martin said is that this could be ruled on by June. If it's not ruled on by June, then I think it could be stretching all the way to September. What I think this is indicative of is perhaps, and I'm not a black helicopter guy, but perhaps if you wanted to make it so this merger never happened, you continue to delay it so that one of the two players defaults. When one of the two players defaults, then you no longer have to make a decision. Then what happens is a stronger player comes in and buys the remaining XM, abrogates the contracts that they paid too much for, and we start all over again with the duopoly, which then wipes out Sirius. So what I'm beginning to think is this is Judgment Day. The whole thesis behind owning these two stocks was that you could then build a new model which showed that they could get to profitability much faster than otherwise, which would then allow them to refinance a huge amount of debt in order to make it so like it's level 3, LVLT. That was one of the things I felt could happen. The stock goes up, they finish all the acquisitions, they then start streamlining it, and then they start paying down debt or refinancing debt with a lower coupon. The longer this lingers, the less likely that scenario happens. We know that XM owes money to Major League Baseball. We know that neither one of these has a balance sheet that can withstand any more hits. You delay and delay and delay. And let's make another point. Even though auto sales are really down, which is very bad for these guys, by the way, because most of their sales are to new autos, it's entirely possible that if you delay it to September, then there is another whole year of models that do not have both XM and Sirius. So, again, I don't want to be a conspirator, but if they had acted when the Justice Department acted, we would be looking at stocks that were substantially higher. It was very difficult to believe that when the Justice Department approved this, that you wouldn't have a quick approval by the FCC. But in this case, a delay is in many ways worse than a rejection, because a delay means that you're just going to run out of money.
Right. And Jamie said something really that I'm stuck on still just earlier, was that if this scenario plays out where you have someone much bigger come in and sweep up XM or Sirius, who would that player be likely?
Remember, you could, if your company goes bankrupt, you crunch all the debt, you get to violate all the contracts if you want to. I mean, is that a good thing? No, but then anybody would come in. I mean, it's theoretical that the whole structure of XM is just debt laden. If you cancel the common and you cancel all the debt, and you give people who own the debt a new equity, then I believe that even an outfit like a Gannett could buy them. Mm-hmm. Okay, someone with a decent balance sheet. Obviously, Clear Channel, the private equity guys have oodles of money. They could do it. But the essence of this is that the longer this goes on, the more likely it is that one of these two has to file Chapter 11, and then the issue takes care of itself. But again, crucial. The next 4 days are crucial, and if they do it, I still think that the surviving entity can have a quick spike. But remember, it's gone on for too long, and this was a crucial quarter, and the money is due. The FCC did something brilliant. They may have solved the decision for them by delaying it.
All right. Thanks very much, Jim Cramer. Interesting way to look at this. Okay, this is about XM and Sirius. Stay tuned for more of Wall Street Confidential.